Hello, so we are going to make a shirt dress using, when you have no access to a pattern paper at the moment, so you can actually like do this. You bring these two together like this, and then there is a paper tape here. Use this paper tape and hold the two papers together so that you can be able to have like something that looks like a pattern paper. I have to show you these steps in case of emergencies. So I'm going to do another one. Hold them together. I'm using scissors to cut the paper tape because I want neatness. Perfect. Okay, so we want to do a shirt dress. All right. I hope you can see me. We're just going to do like a mini sample of what making a suit dress would look like. Okay, so you're going to fold your pattern into 4. Let's do it this way. I'm going to do another side. Okay, perfect. So this will be the front of our fabric. Okay, while this will be the back. So let's use this as the back because of this join. So let's fold our fabric into 4. Okay, so this is our fabric. You're not supposed to fold the back. You're supposed to fold from, you're not supposed to fold from the front, you're supposed to fold from the back. The essence of folding from your back is to avoid chalk stains or pencil stains or pen stains when you're marking, taking down your measurements on the fabric or your pattern paper, right? So I mentioned earlier that this is the back of the fabric of the pattern. So you're assuming that this is the back of your fabric. Then you fold it into 4. So this is what you're supposed to have, not the other way around. This is the back. You're folding from the back, okay? Sorry, pardon my oversight. So let's get back to what we were doing earlier. So I'm going to take 3 here as my shoulder, as the shoulder, and then I'll take the neck depth 1.5. Okay, let's just do 1.2, and then we're going to take the from the shoulder, from the shoulder to the bust line. Let's take 4. From the shoulder to the armhole area, that's like the above the bust. Let's take 3.5. Then we're going to have our waist. Let's take 7. Let's take 7 on this place. Please remember that I am not taking the normal measurement because of the pattern. This is just a sample to show you how to put. So if I usually shoulder to bust will give you, this is the bust line, this is the shoulder, this is the upper bust, which is also the armhole line, this is the waistline. So usually the shoulder to the waistline, depending on who you're measuring, is between 15 to 17. Mine is 16, right? So the normal measurement for shoulder to waistline is between 15 to 17, while I use as a person 16 inches. But like I said, we're going to assume that this is 16 inches because it's a sample. Then from the waist to your hips, standard measurements from your waist to your hips will give you 9 inches. But of course, we're not using 9 inches here because this is a sample. Again, I said standard measurement for from waist to hips is 9 inches for adults, but we're not going to use 9 inches here because, like I said, over and over repeatedly, that this is sample. So this is hip line, okay, and this is full length, okay. So from this shoulder now, we're going to use two for our neck depth and neck width, okay, and then I'm going to use 1 for the neck depth, okay. So I'm going to use this curve ruler to join this. Okay, so I'm using this curve ruler to join. So this is the neck depth and neck width. Now I'm going to slanten the shoulder. Usually you take it in by ½ inch, okay, and this is the shoulder measurement, which is, what did I take, 3 or 4? Okay, 3.5, sorry. So you come here again and take 3.5, then you come and join the lines together. Okay, this is what I will cut out. I'll cut this out, okay. Then I will use my curve ruler, freehand, then you can just use this to, remember you always take your measurement from this forward, okay. So the bust will take, say, 4.5, then we'll come from the waist, we'll take, say, 2.5, then the hips will take, say, 5. I wanted to give a very slim waist illusion. Let's make it 3, okay. So we'll join the lines together. Okay, so we go ahead and cut. We are done with the measurement. So usually, like I told you, if I was taking my measurement, my bust is 40, right? I divide it by 4 because you divide the bust by 4, it will give me 10, and then I add 2 inches allowance for seam allowance. Okay, if I'm going to use that, I'll add 1 inch for that allowance. The waist measurement, I'll divide it 2 divided by 4, which will give me 8. Add the seam allowance and the dart allowance. The hips, 44 divided by 4 will give me 11. Add the seam allowance, no dart. Okay, but if you're taking your dart all the way down to the full length, by all means add your dart allowance. So let's go ahead and cut. So as you can see, we have to be careful. Okay, so cut out now. All right. I'm cutting out that slant from the shoulder. So now we're going to open up. Did you see that? Are you seeing what I'm saying? Then you have this. Beautiful, right? Beautiful, right? Then you have this also. Okay, so I think we'll put your money and folding, this is folding too, and then now go ahead and add your buttons. Add your button. Add your button. Voila. You have your shirt dress. And yeah, you have your shirt dress, and there will be a collar cut out too on this part, which is going to be for our next tutorial. Basically, you can actually go ahead and make your shirt dress this way. Oh, I'm sorry, suit dress this way. If you don't know how the collar, a suit collar, neck collar, you can go ahead and just bind with bias of the same fabric, and voila, you're good to go. And that's it for our today's tutorial. Bye bye. Thanks for watching me.